I'll be honest, guys. When I heard about the conference in Tauranga, I thought to myself, should I go? But I'm really keen to see our church engage with what I believe is the mission on God's heart, to reach people for Him. And this conference, I felt, had the potential for that for us, and I decided I wanted to go along and just check the seminar out for myself. Went on my own actually, and I was really spying out the land, to be honest, guys, just to see whether what the conference was offering was where we as a church were at, and whether it was appropriate for us, whether in fact what was being said was engaging, and not only that, but whether the way that the seminar was being presented was going to reach our people here at our church. I'm not into guilt. I don't believe that guilt works. I'm not even into a program where you should do this, this and this to reach people. We're all individuals. We've all been given different gifts and talents and ministries, and I believe that the Lord wants us to use those gifts and talents and ministry for His mission. And I wondered whether this seminar had what I was looking for to promote exactly that in the life of our church and in the life of our community. And to be honest, guys, it didn't take long to realise that this seminar, what was being presented, was exactly what we were looking for. It was thorough, it was engaging, it was humorous, which I really enjoyed. It that drew us in. It wasn't heavy, it wasn't demanding of us to be like this or be like that, but really almost exactly the opposite. It was, at the end of the seminar, I came away feeling empowered to be who I am with the gifting that I have, to be able then to be part of the mission that God has called us, I believe, as a church too. And that mission is the Great Commission, to go into all the world, to preach the gospel, to reach people for Jesus Christ. And the way that I do that is me. That's part of my gifting. And the way that somebody else might do that is part of their gifting. But when we do it together as a group, that synergy is just so powerful. And the seminar helped us, or helped me, to realise that I am part of a big picture, and our church is part of a big picture, and everybody in that picture has a part to play. And one of the analogies that was given that really reached me was the analogy of the NASA mission to the moon. And you had mission control, and mission control's job was to coordinate everybody that was involved in supporting that spaceship to make it to the moon and back safely. And everybody on that mission, everybody at mission control, and all of the little parts that everybody else played was essential for the success of the mission. And here we are, a church. All of us, different parts, different parts of the body, and God has told us to be those different parts. He hasn't tried to tell us that we're not all evangelists. We've all got different gifts that when worked together for the mission, work really, really well. And I was so encouraged by that. So I've come away from the seminar. We're actually wanting to have it in our church. We're going about the process now of organising them to come to our church to present this information to us, so that we can truly ignite the life of our church to that great mission. And in the unity of that, and the realisation that each of us, like I said, have that part to play together, we can truly make a difference and enjoy working at it together. We're not individuals going about our own individual separate little ministry, but in fact we've been given the ministry to fulfill the mission. And so anybody out there that's listening, all you pastors, I truly encourage you, make a point to come along to one of these seminars to see what's going on there. See for yourselves so that then you can make that decision. And my hope and my prayer for you is that you will catch what I've caught from being at that seminar, and that is the big picture, that we're all part of this wonderful call of God to be involved in His mission in reaching our world with the gift mix that He has given us individually, so that corporately, when we bring that together, the mission is a wonderful success. So I just truly encourage you, come along, check it out for yourselves, and my hope and my prayer for you is that you will see God's fingerprint on it and involve yourself in it individually, and bringing it back so that it becomes part of the life of your church, changing the DNA of churches to become evangelistic or focused on reaching out into your community in a way that is truly effective and corporate. You know, guys, you might be wondering, if you've been to evangelism seminars before, how is this conference different from any other evangelism seminar you may have been to? I've been to one or two myself. One of the refreshing things that I found about the seminar is it was very thorough. It wasn't just following one little theme, but it got down really into the bowels of who we are as a church, and potentially even why we've dropped the ball somewhat in evangelism. Where does that come from? How come we are where we are now? You know, we see very limited people come to faith in our community, generally speaking. Why is that? Especially when the early church was very focused on the Great Commission, and here we are 2,000 years later, you know, waning somewhat in that. Why is that? Where does that come from? What's the root behind that? Well, this seminar actually answers those questions, and answers them very well. I felt well informed and had plenty of good information that resonated with me, not just rah stuff, but real practical information, historical information, and stuff like that was good, solid material that helped me engage with why we are where we are now, when we really should be somewhere quite different. Certainly according to the early church, certainly according to the Great Commission. What has brought us to where we are, and what can we do now to bring us back to where we should be? The seminar covered that really well. I just so encourage you to please make a point of coming along and checking that out for yourself. I think that you will be really encouraged by it and equipped to bring back the information that you need to be able to begin that wonderful process of changing our church to the DNA of evangelism as it was always meant to be. Thank you.